May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true. You walk a lonely road. Oh, how far you are from home. Morning air, ooh, too early air. Believe and you will find your way. Morning air, a lofty air, a promise lives within you. May it be the shadows call will fly away. May it be you journey on to light the day. When the night is over cold
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is Saturday night, and it's the return of the Fast 50 online pub quiz. Thank you so much for joining us. And tonight, after many weeks of hotly anticipated quizzing, we have finally got the one you wanted. The Lord of the Rings quiz is here now. T-shirt tonight, very difficult. I don't own a Lord of the Rings T-shirt, so the best I could do is my Lynyrd Skynyrd T-shirt. Got a big eagle on it, right? It's as close as I can get. You know, I was racking my brains. That's as good as I could come up with. So we're going to travel around Middle Earth and lots of other places as I talk to you. Let's head straight over to the chat over here. And I think if I go back, it was Mark getting the imaginary bonus point tonight for signing in first and saying hello. Well done, Mark. Big imaginary prizes up for grabs. If you collect all of those imaginary points, you can get anything you want. All right, good evening to Matt, who's making his special chili sauce tonight. I don't know if that's some sort of euphemism or whatever, but I hope you're enjoying your chili, mate. Good evening to Wana. Susan, dear, you've only watched the one movie. I think most people have seen the first one, but you really should watch the others. They are cracking movies. Lord of the Rings books, it's one of those books that everybody lies about reading because now they've seen the films, they think they can get away with saying they've read the books. I'll be honest, I read the first book. I never read all three of them, so I'm kind of like you with the movies. Aranush, good evening to you, and Wana. Now, Wana's never seen Lord of the Rings or read the books, but Wana famously at our Breaking Bad quiz did rather well. She guessed her way to a prize during the Breaking Bad quiz, I think, or at least top 10 anyway. So well done to you, Wana. Let's see if you can pull it out the bag again tonight. Let's have a quick hello to some new Patreons, Radu and Ilya, who both signed up today. Thank you so much. I do hope that you've managed to sign in okay. If you are watching this, this could be Radu coming in now having a little chat. If you are watching this, please remember that the stream you should watch, and just down below you need to make sure that you've signed in. It's not down below at all, is it? It's at MyQuiz. Down below is the Patreon, myquiz.org, with the code that we have sent you down below at patreon.com/BigBritishBucharestQuiz. Now the code for MyQuiz has been both emailed to you and is in the notifications page on Patreon, so it's very easy to find. Get that, log into MyQuiz using your phone, a tablet, or your laptop or PC, and put me on your TV, and I will guide you along as we play. So good evening to you, Radu. Talking about second breakfast, I had one breakfast this morning before I went for a workout, but that's not relevant. Good evening to the family Terp and Mr. Cutting Crew as well. Lots of quotes coming in. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. Large ones can as well. Donald Trump is proving that. Let's not get political. There's no need. Let's talk about the last quiz, shall we? Wednesday night. What a close one we had. It was a cracking quiz. And the first thing that most of you regulars will notice is that Bula, I say only managed fifth. Some of you would love to get into the top 5 just once, but he is a cracking quizzer. He's won 4 or 5 out of the last 5 or 6 quizzes. But he only managed 5th, but it was Nick Perro that took the win in the end. But he was 4 all the way by Trond and Outnumbered, who finished essentially joint second on the same score, but Trond taking the second place on account of answering faster during the quiz. You may have noticed as well at the end of the quiz, it will show your answer times. It's important to be answering nice and quickly. It's cumulative from what we can see, and the faster you are with answering, the higher you will go if you are tied with any other player. Every single other player there winning a prize, courtesy of various sponsors, including Bury the Hatchet, Carter and of course the Detergent Club for Outnumbered, and Jerry's Pizza, who gave pizza to places 4th through to 10th. Let's come back. And talking of little people, this is the best I could do. All right, let's get the thumbnail. Hold on. That's the thumbnail sorted anyway. Right, here I am as a hobbit. Yes, the world's tallest hobbit is here. I've got one hobbit joke, but shall I tell it? No. Okay, I'll tell my one hobbit joke. I have a real problem with walking around and kicking small people, but you know, I'm trying to kick the hobbit. Yeah, you're welcome, everybody. Let's talk about how the quiz works. You will have 50 questions in front of you. The majority of them will be multiple choice. A correct answer is 3 points. An incorrect answer is a big fat 0. We do have some questions that have 3 correct answers, and if you get all 3 of them, you will get 9 points. So there will be 3 answers out of 5. Get them all, 9 points. Get 2 of them, will give you 3 points. If you only get 1, which you should do, because 3 out of 5 you can click on, you've got to get 1 right. I'm afraid that's worth 0. 10 seconds to answer a normal question, 15 seconds to answer a multiple answer question, and we do extend the time on certain other questions as well, possibly ones that have pictures. We do have picture answers where you have to click and confirm the correct picture that we're asking you for. and open-ended questions as well. Now, open-ended questions are where a keyboard will appear on your screen and you will be asked to enter your answer as opposed to clicking on an answer. So your keyboard, you use it. We will often ask for maybe initials of an actor or a character, or maybe we'll ask you for a number such as an age or a year. Do pay attention and make sure you enter the correct number of digits in order to get your points, and we will give you a couple of extra seconds on those questions. We do have what we call first letter questions as well, which is where we give you 4 multiple choice options, but there's only one letter there and you have to know the correct answer and know what letter that answer begins with. Hopefully that all makes sense. It is pretty straightforward. So we have open-ended, picture questions, multiple choice and first letter questions as well. And as has been the way for a number of months now, there is no speed bonus because you didn't want it, so we got rid of it. Let's talk prizes. And it's Altarito, the big sponsor of Saturday night. And as far as we are aware, you can go along to Altarito now, not to claim your prize. This prize is for home delivery only. But please, please, please support Altarito if you're looking to go and have some dinner out to treat yourselves. They have been looking after us for a number of months, and I do urge you to go along and try out Altarito. They've got a couple of restaurants in the city here in Bucharest. Obviously, it's quite difficult if you're overseas to go to these restaurants, but do support them, and if you're there, do let them know that you are a fan of the quiz and thank them on our behalf as well. We've gone along a couple of times, but please go along, eat some nice Mexican, and tell them that sounded incredibly rude. Someone's going to pick up on that. Anyway, eat some Mexican food and have some fun, and let them know you're from the quiz. Winner tonight will get a 200 lei credit for home delivery, which will be applicable from Monday night. Means you can order from Monday to Friday. You must order it within the 5 days. The runner-up gets the same prize, but for 100 lei. But that's still a considerable amount of money to buy a considerable dinner. Rather lovely. Third place tonight will win Quest Mission Escape Room. It's still the live version online, so it means that anybody can win this, and we can send it to you wherever, because it is a voucher that we send over. We'll send it by email or on Facebook Messenger or whatever. And Quest Mission, for those of you who don't know, is a series of escape rooms here in Bucharest, all done in English and Romanian, of course. But you can go along soon. They will be opening up soon. But in the meantime, they have created a series of live events that you play online. You can do it with a couple of other friends, and it's incredibly good fun. Mr. Cutting Crew coming in and keeping me posted on the Angel score. I actually watched it on Facebook today. Thank you for that. But I did see it, and it's nice to get a friendly win under our belt. And in terms of friendlies, we may as well mention that Fulham managed to beat Southampton today 2-1 as well. I'll just drop that in there because we're unlikely to beat them in the real season, and Matt Ball is a massive Southampton fan. So a good day for football for me. Let's hope that continues tonight when England play Iceland. Back to the quiz. Spot prizes tonight are all themed, and I had to get a bit inventive with one of the prizes because actually Lord of the Rings merchandise here was quite difficult to hunt down and find, but I managed to get a few things. So in 20th position tonight, you will win the official movie trilogy colouring book. 40th place. Now, I think this is almost like the star prize because it is super, super cool. I stumbled upon these pipe-sipping glasses, and I thought, who has a pipe? Who's the most famous pipe smoker? Well, it's Gandalf, isn't it? It even looks like his pipe in a way. You get those pipe-sipping glasses. They come with a beautiful stand. They're very, very cool. That will go to whoever finishes in 40th spot tonight. And then we've got Bilbo's Last Song. This is a really beautifully illustrated book. That will go to the person that finishes in 60th. Now, we should reach 60 players, I would hope, but we will see. If we don't, we know that the last days of summer are here. People are still out. The weather is nice tonight, so people might still be out having fun. But lots of people do sign in at the last minute. But if we don't reach 60 for whatever reason, we will, of course, give Bilbo's Last Song elsewhere. Yeah, Matt, I don't blame you. The pipe-sipping glass is absolutely fantastic. And I will say, with the physical prizes, regardless of where you are, I will ensure that you get those prizes, even if it takes a while, particularly if you're in the UK, because I am determined to come over to the UK at the moment, but it's impossible because with the 10 to 14 day quarantine that I'd have to undertake, I can't really afford to be there for that amount of time and not work. So we will see, okay? We will get these prizes to you at some point. And in terms of prizes, I will point out as well, I will be at Mojo straight after this quiz tonight. I'll be down there hopefully around 9:30, there or thereabouts, And if you've won prizes tonight or at any of our other quizzes, you can come along and see me and pick them up. Let's talk about the Lucky Wheel prize. We will spin it once tonight, and it's a very simple but lovely prize. If you are a gold or a silver Patreon, you will be on the wheel. Gold go on there 3 times, silver go on there just the once. And tonight's prize is a Frodo Baggins Funko Pop. He is sitting next to me as we speak with his little hairy feet, and he's got to go to a brand new home. We will spin the wheel later, and hopefully one of you will get to pick him up. If not tonight, then very, very soon. Let's come back to our main screen. Numbers are still going up, so 44 active users, 53 normal users, which means there's a few people that have logged in but not logged in, if that makes sense. So let's go back over to the feed and just see what is going down. Lord of the Rings quote, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Matt's going for the 40th. So what's Timmy up to then? She hasn't read the books. She struggled with the plot summary on Wikipedia. May have seen one of the movies, but she doesn't remember a thing. I don't know. Isn't it fun to do quizzes, particularly if they're multiple choice? It means that, you know, you can get involved with every single question. Isn't it fun to do quizzes where you really don't know the subject matter? I don't know. Right, let's tell you about the quiz. So I've done my best to make it as varied as possible. It's based on the 3 main movies only. So we're not doing The Hobbit or the books like Silmarillion and things like that. It is literally just Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. Those are the movies and the books that we are basing it on. The questions will be about the books and the movies, or if it is something specific just to the movies or just to one of the books, we will say in one of the questions. The way that I've managed to do it is that the first 15 questions will be on the first movie and book, second on the second, and third on the third movie and book. And then the final 5 questions are just random silly bits of trivia, of which I found so much. Honestly, I could have written 4 or 5 of these quizzes. There was so much cool stuff out there. Obviously, should point out, no guest writer tonight. It's me. You've got me writing again tonight, so I hope you don't mind. So one thing I will say is that I've tried to do them in chronological order, but please don't go geeking out on me if I've managed to get a question, you know, the wrong way round, if something happened before something was asked or whatever. Come on, it's fine. You know, the questions are still valid. I have tried to do them as best as I can in chronological order. So we'll start with the first movie, 15 on that, 15 on the second movie, 15 on the third, and then 5 random questions at the end, and 1 or 2 very random questions, one of which I'm incredibly proud of and is probably going to upset an awful lot of people, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I do care. I love you all. Right. Just checking the feed, we're moving up again. Look, so we've got 60 users now, 52 active users though, so lots of people just signing in at the last minute. If your friends are meant to be playing, give them a nudge, remind them that they should be signing in and signing on so that we can get going. We will move over to our playing screen very, very soon because we are about to tick over to 8 o'clock Eastern European time, which is 6 o'clock in the UK. Lots of players in the UK tonight. Do keep going all the way through this quiz, because remember, we pride ourselves on not just rewarding the really, really, really clever people, the people that are fans of a particular subject. We like to give these spot prizes out throughout the quiz, and we will do that again tonight, 20th, 40th and 60th place. So it's well worth sticking with the quiz, because you never know, you might just stumble across a prize and end up with something this evening. It's not just the winners that we look after. Right, the numbers are still going up, but it's unfair to keep you all waiting. And there is football tonight, which we want to be watching. So if you are ready, and I am ready, look at that, the numbers are flying up. It always happens at the last second, but that's okay. We don't mind. It's good to have people coming in. Good luck then to Radu and Ilya, who are playing their first ever quiz this evening. I do hope you enjoy it. Let's have some fun. Look at your handsets and I will kick you off, and we will head over to our playing screen. And here's your first question this evening. At the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, how many rings are given to the elves? Please enter a 1-digit answer. We start with a numerical open-ended question. A 1-digit answer, if you would. Now, we don't often open with one of those questions, but why not? 3 is the correct answer, and a massive 49% of you getting that one right. Nice start. So let's have a look. Lots and lots of you going to be on 3 points, I would imagine, almost half of you. Mines of Morcia, Wai Shamar, Isoleta Mobilia, Teo, and give the Ballon d'Or to Lua. That's Christian, who's the big Bayern fan. No Ballon d'Or this year. Otherwise, Mitrovic would be up for it, surely. Okay, you're all tied, but you're separated by on account of how quickly you answered. Here's question number 2. Only seen at the start of the Fellowship of the Ring, who was the last king of Gondor? Your 4 options are on your screen. The last king of Gondor. This probably sounds like a foreign language to people like Timia or Juana who don't really know the books and movies, but stick with it. Isildur, 83.9% of you getting that one right. Not too tricky, but believe me, we've got some tricky stuff coming up. Mines of Morzia still in the lead, 6. Y Shamar, 6. Ruxy, 6. Return of the Jester has 6, and Phoenix has 6 as well. Let's see how far you guys can get tonight without getting one wrong. I'm going to say 7. I reckon 7 questions max. I reckon we're going to catch you out early. Often we get to 10. I'm going 7. Here's number 3. To which mountains did Gollum take the one ring? To which mountains did Gollum take the one ring? I am also hiding little Frodo here. I'm sorry, mate. There he is. Okay, so he took them to the Misty Mountains, and a massive 87.3% of you, he kept it up there for 500 years. Yeah, you are big fans by the looks of things. It's going to take some tough questions to separate you tonight, and it's Mines of Morzia still leading the way. Y Shamar, Return of a Jester, Ruxy, and Mrs. John into the top 5 for the first time. Is that right? Is there a Romanian bread called Boromir? That's awesome. How do I not know this? Could have given it away as a prize. Number 4, who was the first Hobbit to appear on screen in the Fellowship of the Ring? So obviously we're talking about the movie. Who was the first Hobbit to appear on screen in the Fellowship of the Ring? Boromir bread. We need Boromir bread. That's amazing. Frodo, Bilbo, Sam and Pippin were your options here. Lots of you going for Frodo, and we've caught some of you out. It was, of course, Bilbo who was seen in the prologue when he finds the ring in Gollum's cave. You remember that? Yes. Mines of Morzia. They get it, though. They've got 12. Alex, who always has a good quiz, he's got 12. George, also a very good quizzer. He's got 12. Eshrul, whatever you are, I don't know. You've got 12. Dan has 12 as well, and I'm sure a few of you have 12 still. So still 100% for a number of players. 4 down. Here's number 5. What birthday is Bilbo celebrating in the Fellowship of the Ring? So again, not too tricky for a big fan. Not too tricky, but get these easy ones right. Build a platform, move forward. 131st, or the 111st, I think he refers to it. But 111 officially is his birthday. Mines of Morzia, 15. Alex, 15. George B, 15. Dan, 15. And Shrululul, however you are, you've got 15 as well. 68.3% of you getting that one right, and so far still lots of you on 100%. So are you going to prove me wrong? I said 7. Let's see if you can get there. Here comes question number 6. What is the name of the farmer that Merry and Pippin were stealing from? What is the name of the farmer that Merry and Pippin were stealing from? And your time, it is up. And Farmer Maggot is the correct answer. And look at this, you really do know your stuff. 74.2%. It's when Pippin and Merry leave Hobbiton, stealing from Farmer Maggot's crops, so they've got something to eat. Pippin literally runs into Frodo, and Merry runs into Sam, and their adventures begin. Mines of Morzia, Alex, George, Dan, and Eshrulul, you've all got 18. You may notice as well that some of your pictures tonight will be GIFs. We're trying something new out. We can now use GIFs instead of pictures. Let's hope they work. Question number 7. Which character said, 9 companions, so be it, you shall be the Fellowship of the Ring? Please click and confirm your picture. Click and confirm. It will ask you to confirm the picture. And hopefully you all managed to. And we didn't really catch anybody out here. I swear I thought people were going to go for Gandalf there, but actually 83.3% of you smashed it. Elrond is the correct answer, and we've reached 7 questions, which is the one where I thought that you would falter. Well, I said you would get 7, so the next one would be the one I thought you would falter, but it's still Mines of Morzia, 21. Alex, George, Dan, and Esrulul, you've all got 21. Hopefully some more of you have 21 as well. Let's see if I was going to be right. This is number 8. Starting with breakfast and ending with supper, how many meals does a hobbit usually have every day? And look, it's a GIF on your phones and your tablets. It's the future. We can use GIFs now. So, how many meals does a hobbit usually have every day? Slightly trickier, but not really. 67.7%. Breakfast, second breakfast, 11th is luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner and supper are the 7 that they would have. And Still, after 8 questions, 100% for Mines of Morzia, George B, Isoletta Mobilia, Irina and Gaza. Irina and Gaza coming into the top 5 for the first time. Just one quick correct answer by the looks of things can pop you to the top here. And here comes question number 9. How many ring wraiths were there? Enter a 1-digit number. Make sure you enter it. 1 digit, remember? Just 1 digit. So you know it's going to be 0 through to 9. And your timing is up. Kind of a clue in the question there. There are 9 of them. Question 9, 9 ring wraiths. They were 9 men who had succumbed to Sauron's power through wearing rings of power, which gave them immortality but reduced them to invisible wraiths, servants bound to the power of the One Ring and completely under Sauron's control. I didn't read that, I promise you. Still 100%. Mines of Morcia, George B, Isoletta Mobilla, Arena and Gaza. That's your top 5. Mines of Morcia are answering very quickly at the moment. Here comes question 10. When Frodo first sees Gollum, how long does Gandalf say he has been following them for? 1, 2, 3 or 4 days? Will it be 10 out of 10 for you guys? Let's have a look. It will. 3 days and 62.3% getting it right. I'm totally underestimating you guys. You really are massive fans. This is so impressive. At least 5 of you are still 100%. Mines of Morcia, George B, Irina, Gaza, and Bula. Bula coming into the top 5 for the first time. Good evening to you, Mihai. Glad you can join us. So maybe more of you are on 30 as well, but boy, oh boy, you are just geniuses at this. Let's try another one. Number 11. What 3 things does Pippin drop down the well in the Mines of Moria? Make sure you click on 3 possible answers for 9 points. Will this shake up our top 5? Thanks for the compliment, Mihai. It's got an eagle on it. You see, that's me being all Lord of the Rings. It's an eagle. So, did we catch any of you out? Well, just a little bit, just a little bit. A skeleton, a chain, and a bucket. Not an axe and not a shield. Those were the 3 that would have got you 9 points. And that's shaking things up just slightly. Mines of Morcia gets them all, as does George, Irina, and Bula. So they're all on 39. Return of the Jester, he's on 36. So we've only got 4 players at the moment on 100%. But 11 questions down, that's very, very impressive. Here's number 12. When the Fellowship is travelling along the Great River, who shares a boat with Legolas? I'm not sure if you can tell from the picture. Is there a clue there? I don't know. Who shares a boat with Legolas? Gimli is the correct answer. 73% of you getting it. These are really high percentages, I must say. Gimli and Legolas, they obviously become friends during the movie, if you've seen it, which is quite rare for a dwarf and an elf. They normally hate each other. And, oh, look at this. Just 2 players. 2 players now on 100%. Mines of Morcia and George B, who have been first and second for quite a while. They are first and second, and they are clear on 42. Return of the Jester, 39. Teo, good evening to you, coming into the top 5. And Alex, 39 points as well. Question number 13. What is the first letter of the name of the eagle that rescues Gandalf from imprisonment by Saruman? C. Eagle. Totally relevant. Totally on point here. And did you see the letters? I spelled out the word ring. So clever. G for Gwaihir. Gwaihir, also known as Gwaihir the Windlord, was Lord of the Great Eagles during the Third Age. And just like that, it's Mines of Morcia that takes the overall lead. 45 points, yet to get one wrong. Return of the Jester, 42. Teo, 42. Alex, 42. And George B, 42. One of the misconceptions is that there is a plot hole where the Eagles could have just flown the ring to Mordor. But there's many reasons why they couldn't. We won't get into it. But it's not a plot hole at all. Number 14. After the Fellowship see the light from the approaching Balrog, who asks, what is this new devilry? Please click on the picture and confirm it. Make sure you confirm it to get those points. What is this new devilry? Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas or Boromir? It is Boromir. 44.8% of you getting it. What is this new devilry? Gandalf then replies, a Balrog, a demon of the ancient world. This foe is beyond any of you. Run. Oh, actor. Mines of Morcia, 48. Teo, 45. Alex, 45. Isoletta, 45. And give the Ballon d'Or to Lua back into the top 5 with 45. We've got 14 down. Mines of Morcia is yet to be beaten on one. And Awana spotted the meme. Well done. Number 15. What are the last words spoken by Frodo at the end of the Fellowship of the Ring movie? So your final question on the Fellowship of the Ring. What are the final words spoken by Frodo? Yeah, Awana, I had to get the famous meme picture in there somehow. I thought that was the nicest way. He says, I'm glad you're with me to Sam. I'm glad you're with me. And just like that, Mines of Morsia has run through the first 15 questions and not got one wrong. But look at these guys chasing him down. Teo, Alex, Isoletta, and Gaza. You've all got 48 points and you're just one correct answer from the top spot. That was your first 15 questions. We're going to move on to the Two Towers and 15 questions connected to the second in the trilogy of movies. Lewandowski. I know, Christian, I know. Which Fellowship member died at the very start of the book, The Two Towers? Which Fellowship member died at the very start of the book, The Two Towers? I wondered how long it would take for Sam and Frodo's love story to pop up. Excuse the pun, Honor. Boromir is the correct answer, 56.5% of you. Of course, if you've seen the first movie, you'll know that Boromir dies in the first movie, but in the books, he dies at the start of The Two Towers. Mines of Morsia, we can't fool you. You've got 54, but we're managing to separate people a little bit here. Teo, Alex, and Gaza, they all have 51, and then it's George B with 48. But Mines of Morsia really is an expert on some of these questions. Let's see if we can catch you out on one or two at least. Here's number 17. When Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli are pursuing the orcs, they stumble upon an item from one of the taken hobbits. What was it? We've given you just a couple of extra seconds on this question. It's a long question. So what did they find? Beautiful illustration that I found there. Some lovely artwork online, not just from the movies. Pippin's Elven Brooch is the correct answer. 69.8% of you getting it. Aragorn found Pippin's Elven Brooch, which the Hobbit had dropped as a sign to whomever of the Fellowship might follow them. And it worked. Quite how he found it like that, I don't know. Bit of luck, wasn't it? Mines of Morsia still leads, 57, but being chased by Teo and Alex and Gaza, all on 54, and George B, not doing too bad with 51, and Matt's in 11th. We were all dying to know. Keep us posted. Number 18. Known as Fangorn in the Elvish Sandarin language, what is the first letter of this character's name in English? Please enter a one-letter answer, just the first letter of the name as in English. He's known as Fangorn in the Elvish Sindarin language, but his name in English is Treebeard. T for Treebeard. He is an Ent and is said by Gandalf to be the oldest living thing that still walks beneath the sun upon this Middle Earth, and he is called Treebeard. Well done if you got that one. Tricky question. Mines of Morsia. No beating you just yet. 60 points. Teo 57, Alex 57, Gaza 57, George B has 54. Matt's trying to work out how to get from 11th down to 40th. I'm sure you will. Warner, you've definitely got one of the best names. Fantastic. 19 in the Two Towers. When Frodo asked Sam what they had left to eat, what was the only food that they had? What was the only food that they had? Again, with some of these longer questions, we're giving you 1 or 2 extra seconds to make sure that you can read them. And your time is up. And the correct answer here is C, lembas bread, and a massive 93.7% of you getting that one right. Lembas bread, also called elven bread or way bread in the common speech, was a special travel food made by the elves, and it plays a big part in the movies. Mines of Morsia still with the slenderest of leads, but it's 63 over Teo, Alex and Gaza, all on 60, and George B has 57. And Warner's team name, in case you didn't spot it, is Oppa Gandalf style. That is brilliant. Oh, you deserve to be in the top 5. Number 20. During the Two Towers, Frodo said that the ring was getting what? Heavier, lighter, hotter or colder? Heavier, lighter, hotter, colder. And your time, it is up. Okay, heavier is what he says. Heavier, and 76.2% of you getting it. It's the point where Frodo starts to realise that the ring might well take his life. Very powerful, very powerful. There's no fooling our top players, though. Look, Mines of Morsia, 20 questions in, nothing wrong. 66, Teo 63, Alex 63, Gaza 63, and George B 60. We've had the same top 5 for just a little while now. Let's see if anybody else can get into this top 5. Shake it up a bit. Here's number 21. When Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli are surrounded by the Riders of Rohan, how does Aragorn introduce Legolas? Again, we gave you a few extra seconds for this question. Just a drop of water. He introduces him as Legolas of the Woodland Realm. He introduces himself as Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and he introduced Gimli as Gimli, son of Gloin. Mines of Morsia, 69, Teo 66, Alex 66, Gaza 66, and George B 63. These top players are not getting anything wrong. And well done, Warner, and Christian for spotting the Monty Python reference. I do drop them in now and again. Yeah, the Knights who say knee. Well done. What is the name of the horse that Legolas gets from the Riders of Rohan? Yeah, I'm going to put more Easter eggs in, particularly Monty Python Easter eggs, because frankly, they're fun. I feel like I should be dropping this stuff in for you to find. He's called A-Rod, not A-Bar, A-Tap, or A-Man. A-Rod, 58.3% of you getting that one right, and it's As You Were in the top 5. Mines of Morzia is just sort of some Lord of the Rings walking Wikipedia at the moment. 72, but normally that would mean that they were miles ahead. But look how close this is. 69 for Teo, 69 for Alex, and 69 for Gaza, with George B tucked in just behind on 66. Here is your next question. Number 23. Which hobbit is Gollum referring to when he says, stupid fat hobbit? Stupid fat hobbit. I can't do the voice. What have the Romans ever done for Lord of the Rings? This is true. Straight Road would have been quite helpful, wouldn't it? That would have been a boring film. Sam is the correct answer. Easiest question of the night so far. 95.2% of you getting it right, and it will be no surprise to you to find out that the top 5 stays as it was. Mines of Morzia, 75. Teo, Alex and Gaza, 72. And George B, 69. Matt, you're saying the famous tennis player, Roddick? A-Rod was, I would say, a more famous baseball player, was he not? Yeah? Maybe. Number 24. What was the name of the marshes which Frodo, Sam and Gollum had to cross? What was the name of the marshes which Frodo, Sam and Gollum had to cross? No, you're still right, Matt. You're still right. Just, baseball's a fun sport as well. Time is up. Dead Marshes is the correct answer, 66.1%, and the Dead Marsh is full of dead bodies. It's a really creepy little scene, that one. But they took that because the orcs would never go there, so it was a safe place to walk. Look at this, it's no change in the top 5. Incredible. Mines of Morzia, 78, Teo 75, Alex 75, Gaza 75, and George B 72. Here's your next question at the halfway point, number 25. Select 3 elven characters that appear in the 2 towers. So you're looking for 3 of those names where they are elven, either elves or half elves, but certainly elven. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? Radu, you're asking questions that I'm never going to be able to answer. So, elven characters. Yes, some of them are half-elf, but the other 2 are definitely not. So, Eowyn? How do we say her name? And Madriel, that was the incorrect after. We were looking for Haldir, Galadriel, and Elrond. They are all elves or half-elves. And that did absolutely nothing for our top 5. I've just got a feeling we're going to get some record score tonight because this is insane. Mines of Morzia, 87. Teo, 84. Alex, 84. Gaza, 84. And George B, 81. They all got all 3 just then. Here's number 26. According to Legolas, where was the specific place the Uruks were taking the hobbits? I do hope you like the picture. So, where were the Uruks taking the hobbits, according to Legolas? Time is up. Isengard is the correct answer, and 75.8% of you getting it right. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard, Legolas said. This was before, of course, Merry and Pippin escaped, and I think we can all agree that that cosplay is absolutely brilliant. Mines of Morzia, 90. Teo, Alex, Gaza, 87. George B, 84. I should just record that and maybe just play the top 5 on the next question and maybe the one after it to save myself some time. Come on, who can get into this top 5 besides these guys? Here's your next one, number 27. Which character does Gimli famously say, "Toss me to," whilst battling the orcs? It's another GIF. Fun GIF. He says, "Toss me to Aragorn." Didn't really catch too many of you out there. Lots of you going for Legolas. 73% of you going for Aragorn and getting it right. He also asked him not to tell Legolas because it would be too embarrassing. Aragorn replies by saying, "Not a word." Okay, Mines of Morzia, Teo, Alex, Gaza, George B. Mines of Morzia, Teo, Alex, Gaza, George B. I'm going to fall asleep tonight with those words going around in my head. Come on, 27 down, 23 to go. Here comes question number 28. When Legolas, Aragorn and Gimli see Gandalf the White for the first time, who is the first to bow down on one knee? Choice of 3. Who's the first to go down on one knee? Legolas, Aragorn or Gimli? Legolas is the correct answer, and that one was a bit trickier for you, which is good. Legolas, 48.4%. He bowed down respectively. Gimli followed, then Aragorn said, "It cannot be you, you foul." Mines of Morcia still with the lead, but we did shake things up a little bit. It's Teo, Alex, and Gaza on 93, but Isoletta Mobilia comes into the top 5. How nice it is to have somebody else there. Don't you worry, Mihai. We've got prizes at 40th and 60th. You can do this. Here's number 29. According to the book, how many orcs does Gimli kill at the Battle of Helm's Deep? 22, 32, 42, or 52? This is according to the book. How many does Gimli kill at the Battle of Helm's Deep? He kills 42, and that was a trickier one as well. He won his bet that he had with Legolas because he killed 42, which is one more than Legolas, but he also broke his axe on the final one because the orc was wearing metal protection around his neck. And that's shaken things a little bit. Mines of Morcia, though, still in the lead. Alex second, Gaza third. Teo drops to fourth, getting that one wrong, 93. And Isoletta Mobilia is still in the top 5 with 93 as well, and a chance to move on up. But it is still super close. And here's number 30. Who said, "But it was not the end. I felt life in me again. I've been sent back until my task is done." Please click and confirm. Click and confirm your answer. Make sure you do that. Alina's very good at guessing, I find, Mihai. She guesses her way to prizes now and again. It was Gandalf. We gave that away in the previous question almost, didn't we? Yeah, Gandalf, 68.3% of you getting it, and Mines of Morcia becomes the first player to break 100 points after just 30 questions. 102. Alex, 99. Gaza, 99. Teo, 96. Isoletta Mobilia, you've got 96 as well. Keep going, Alina. Come on, let's see how high you can get knowing nothing about Lord of the Rings. I love this. I love it when people that know nothing about a theme do really well. Here's number 31. We're moving on to the next movie. The Return of the King movie opens with Smeagol fishing from a boat along with which other character? Andy Serkis, of course, plays both Gollum and Smeagol, who essentially are the same character. Well, they're different characters, aren't they? One turns into the next one, like Jekyll and Hyde, I suppose. Deagle is the correct answer. Thank you so much to the 1.6% of you that went for Seagull. Mines of Morcia, 105. Alex, 102. Gaza, 102. There's still just one good question behind Mines of Morcia. Teo, 99. Isoletta Mobilia, 99. They are approaching that 100 point. Oh, Christian, it's that close, mate. Just a couple wrong and you drop out. But don't worry, we've still got those prizes down at 20th, 40th, and 60th. Here's number 32. What was the name of the great spider that Gollum led Frodo to? Oh, I should have made this quiz harder. I remember when we did the Breaking Bad quiz and you said, "Oh, it's just too difficult." And I thought this was tricky as well, but you guys are just smashing it. Shelob is the correct answer. Look at this, 79.4%. When we do our Wednesday quiz, we hardly ever get anything close to 80% for a question. What are you going to do? It's still good, but it's close, though. Mines of Morcia, 108. Alex, 105. Gaza, 105. Teo, 102. Isoletta Mobilia, you've got 102 as well. Beagle. It's a nice name, isn't it? Beagle. Yes. Where are we then? Question 32. We are talking about the third and final movie. We've got 15 questions on it before some random trivia. And here's number 33. After the Battle of Isengard, which hobbit said the following? "I feel like I'm back at the Green Dragon after a hard day's work." Pippin, Frodo, Sam, or Merry? This one may be a bit trickier. Shelob is female for Helob. What are they lobbing? That's the question. Yeah, it was trickier. Now, lots of you knew it would be Pippin or Merry, but it was a 50-50 split, wasn't it? And finally, Mines of Morcia gets one wrong. Pippin, 46.8. Merry, 40.3. But Pippin is the correct answer. Mines of Morcia, 108. Gaza, 108. But Mines of Morcia has been answering quicker and holds on to the lead. Teo, 105. Alex, 105. Isoletta Mobilia, 105. And just with that one question, it's a one-question game for our top 5. Here's number 34. According to Gandalf, how many days' ride is Minas Tirith from Rohan? Enter a one-digit answer, please. Just a one-digit answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many days' ride? Once again, we've given you a few extra seconds here to make sure that you can get your answers in. It's 3 days' ride and just 30% of you getting it right. 3 days' ride as the Nazgul flies, and you better hope we don't have one of those on our tail, according to Gandalf. And look at that, our top players did not get it. So if you got it, you've just caught up. Mines of Morcia, Gaza 108, Teo, Alex, George B, all on 105. Radika's managed to get 15. So she's operating at about 50% at the moment, which is not too bad, guessing away. That's pretty good, because you should be at like 25% if you're guessing, in theory, right? Mathematically. Pretty good. Number 35, before the drinking contest in the Great Hall, what is the one rule Gimli insists on? What does he insist on? It is one of those 4 rules that we've written down there. And I would imagine that this applies to pretty much any drinking game or drinking contest. No regurgitation is what he insists on. 53.2% of you getting that. The stoic Legolas defeats the brash Gimli, though. Gimli can't hold his ale. He does all right, but he just can't do it. Minds of Morcia, back to getting questions right. 111, Gaza 111, Teo 108, Alex 108, George B 108. Just one correct answer, one incorrect answer here can completely change our top 5. And here is your next question. 15 to go. Number 36. Who successfully lit the beacon at Minas Tirith? I haven't had a beer for a long time, Matt, you know, because I'm running a marathon on the 4th of October. Did I mention that? I should mention that at some point. Who successfully lit the beacon at Minas Tirith? Another use of GIF there. I do hope you like the GIF questions. Pippin is the correct answer. 52.4% of you get it. Gandalf wants the steward of Gondor to light the beacon to call for help, but the steward refuses, and so Gandalf sends Pippin to light it. Indeed, he does, becoming a bit of a hero. Minds of Morcia, Gaza still tied on 114. We've got Teo, Alex and George. Just one correct answer behind those two. All still on 111. And Matt doesn't want me to talk about marathon running, but I will do eventually, but not just yet. Here's number 37. Don't you start, Alina. Which character slides down the trunk of an oliphant moments after killing it? Yeah, you're right. I haven't mentioned my free Guinness World Records lately. But don't worry, there is a marathon coming up, so it gives me a good excuse to get the Guinness Book of Records out and show it to everybody again. Legolas, it's that really cool scene, but it's so obviously CGI. But I mean, these films were a long time ago now. What were they, 15 years ago for the final one, maybe? But it really does look like a little cartoon sliding down. 85.5% of you getting it right. And it's As You Were. Minds of Morcia and Gaza tied on 117. Teo, Alex, George B, you've all got 114. Still counts as one, ready. That's it. Gimli's outraged. Number 38, who says the line, "I am no man," just before she sticks her sword in the Witch King's face, destroying him? Click on your picture. Click on your picture and make sure you confirm. Let's not start now about my age. I can't believe that. Unbelievable, talking about my age. Can someone tell me how to say this? Is it Yoin? Owen? I don't know. 69.4% of you getting it right anyway. Option D. She says this line just before she sticks her sword in the Witch King's face. She does this so she can save her uncle, Theoden King. Minds of Morcia, 120. Gaza, 120. Teo, Alex, George, you've all got 117. How do I say Owen? Eowyn. Is it Eowyn? Thank you. Eowyn. Win like Fulham did today against Southampton. Eowyn. Gotcha. Number 39. In the Book of the Two Towers, which character does Eowyn eventually marry? Eowyn. Cleverly connecting the two questions there. Faramir is the correct answer. My goodness, 73.8% of you getting it right. In the book, it stated clearly that Eowyn marries Faramir in the movie. However, we get just a glimpse of it at the end. They actually glance at each other towards the end, which is quite nice. And you know, and then there's a bigger story post-movie, as it were. It's still that same top 5, and it's still super close. Minds of Morcia, Gaza in the lead. Teo, Alex, George B chasing them down. Eeyore, right, Eeyore, got you, Alina. We should do a Winnie the Pooh quiz. That'll mess you all up. Number 40. Who crowns Aragorn king? Who crowns Aragorn king? Gandalf, Theoden, Bilbo or Elrond? Who crowns Aragorn king? We are into our final 10 questions in the home straight, and it is Gandalf that crowns him. 47.6%. Aragorn's coronation takes place at Minas Tirith. After crowning Aragorn, Gandalf says, "Now come the days of the king. May they be blessed." Or blessed. Minds of Morcia, Gaza, Teo, Alex, George B. That's your top 5 as it stands. Can anybody break in and get into this top 5? I've got a feeling this quiz is going to come down to the very last question, but we've still got 10 to go. 5 more on the Return of the King. Here's number 41. Which character is the last to hold the One Ring before it is cast into the fires of Mount Doom? So which character is the last to actually hold the One Ring before it is cast into the fires of Mount Doom? 27th, Matt. You're right in the middle. 20th or 40th to bag yourself another prize. Gollum is the correct answer. 83.3% of you getting it right. He manages to grab it just as he's falling backwards off the cliff. And he goes in and... Yeah. Minds of Morcia, Gaza, Teo, Alex and George. That is your top 5. We've got 4 more questions as it stands. Christian smack bang in the middle of a prize as well. 25th. Oh, we've got 20th and 40th. So you're not quite in the middle. Keep going, guys. Number 42. When the hobbits return to the Shire after their journey, how many months of a day has it been since they left? Now, I'm kind of hoping that our final 8 or 9 questions are going to be tricky enough to split our top 5 up, because it is so close right now. 13 is the correct answer. 38.3% of you getting it, and that was a trickier question. Frodo says in the voiceover, 13 months of a day since Gandalf sent us on our long journey. We found ourselves looking upon a familiar sight. We were home. Minds of Morcia and Gaza get it. Alex goes into outright third place, with Teo and George both getting that one wrong. So that was a trickier one. Let's hope that some more of these are a bit tricky to see if anybody else can get in the top 5. Still Minds of Morcia leading the way. Here's number 43. Who does Samwise Gamgee marry at the end of The Return of the King? Who does Samwise marry at the end of The Return of the King? I've got a feeling it's going to be my 5 random trivia questions that are going to really separate you, or 1 or 2 of them are horrid. Rosie is the correct answer. 90.5% of you smashing that. He'd been in love with her for the longest time and only managed to muster up the courage to do anything about it after he returned from the travels with Frodo. She was working at the Prancing Pony, remember? And he ran in. Yeah. Minds of Morcia, Gaza, and then Alex, Teo, and George. Still as you were in that top 5. Did you like that? Rhonda. I was just trying to think of a funny name beginning with R. Rosita would have been a good one. But Rhonda. Rhonda's a good one, right? These aren't real. 44. Which of the following did not sail away on the last ship to leave Middle-earth? That was a Friends reference. For anyone that thinks I'm just being, stupid. So who did not sail away on the last ship to leave Middle-earth? The answer we're looking here was option D. 60% of you getting it. Gandalf, Celeborn and Elrond went with Frodo, Bilbo and Galadriel on that boat. And still, it's as you were with our top 5. Minds of Morcia, 138. Gaza, 138. Alex, outright third as it stands on 135. Teo, 132. And George, 132. That is your top 5. It's been like that for a while. Just 6 questions remaining. 1 more question on The Return of the King. What are the last 3 words in both the book and the film of The Return of the King? The last 3 words. They have the same 3 words in the movie and the book, which is nice. It's a nice touch. Matt's trying to get answers wrong. You're going to start getting stuff right, I guarantee it. While I'm back is the correct answer. 24.6% spoken by Sam when he returns to the Shire, when he embraces Rosie and their children. And that was a tricky one. And that has really changed things here. Gaza goes into the lead for the first time. 141 points clear of long-time leader from the start. Minds of Morcia, 138. Alex, 135. George B, 135. Isoletta Mabilla, 135. And now we've got 5 random questions. I apologise in advance. You're going to hate me. Here's number 46. Look at the picture. How many actors are in this image from the group crossing the Midgewater Marshes in the Fellowship of the Ring? How many actors are in that image? 0, 1, 2 or 3? Now, if anyone's managed to get this one right and knows it, I'm so impressed. Yes, there are 3. There are 3 actors in that picture. 41.9% of you getting it. You can see Sean Astin, who is leading Bill the Pony through the marsh. In that scene, Bill the Pony is played by 2 actors doing it pantomime style. Literally 2 actors are in that horse. So there are 3 actors in that picture. Well done if you got it. Gaza, Minds of Morcia, George B. Mrs. John comes into the top 5. And Teo, you're in 5th as well. Thanks, Matt. It's my favourite. Number 47. Which actor is shown on screen breaking 2 of his toes when he kicks an orc's helmet in The Two Towers? I've got to use that question again, but I don't know when I'll be able to throw it in. But it was, I had to make sure it was real as well, but there's footage of it. Viggo Mortensen is the correct answer, 64.5. It's actually on screen. It's in the movie. The scream he lets out is because as he kicks the damn thing, he breaks 2 toes quite severely. And if you watch it and you know he does it, it's quite difficult to watch. Gaza, 147. Minds of Morcia, 144. George B now has the outright third place on 141. Teo just behind with Alex on 138. 3 questions to go. It's so close. Here's number 48. What are the initials of the legendary actor that played Saruman the White? Please enter a 2-letter answer. 2 letters. First and last name. His initials. First and last name. Yeah, like Leo in Django when he cuts his hand on the glass and carries on. Brilliant. CL for Christopher Lee. Well done if you managed to get that. That was tricky. And just like that, Minds of Morcia have fought back and leapfrogged over Gaza. They got it. He got it wrong. Teo, 3rd place. Alex, George B, you're all on 141. But it's Minds of Morcia and Gaza that are fighting for that 1st place. And they are tied with 2 questions to go. And here comes question 49. Your penultimate question. It's an important one. The young actress that played Sam and Rose's daughter was the real-life daughter of which actor? So the young girl that you can see in that picture is the real-life daughter of which actor? Right, we don't like trick questions here, apart from that horse question. It is Sean Astin. It's his daughter in the gift that you can see there. 70.7% of you getting it. And Gaza got it wrong, and Minds of Morcia got it right. So Minds of Morcia has the advantage going into the final question. Gaza in second, 147. Alex, 144. George B, 144. And Mrs. John comes into the top 5 as we go to our final question, which will be multiple answer. 3 answers. Make sure you click on 3. It comes down to this. Good luck, everybody. Question 50. Select 3 characters that appear in the Lord of the Rings novels, but not the films. Select 3 characters that appear in the Lord of the Rings novels, but not the films. We've possibly saved the most difficult question for number 50. And your time, it is up. And the correct answers that we were looking for here were Bill Fernie, Frediger Fatty Bolger, and Tom Bombadil. Those were your correct answers. Barliman Butterbur is the owner and the landlord of the Prancing Pony, and Albert Drury was a drunk played by the director Peter Jackson. And look at this, they finished tied, but it's Minds of Morcia on account of answering questions quicker tonight who takes the lead. 3, 2, 1. Here's your confetti and your stardust and your sprinkles. Well done, Minds of Morcia. What a battle between you and Gaza. And there are your timings on the screen. It pays to be answering quickly. As you can see, Minds of Morcia essentially had the goal difference, as we say in football, because they were answering at 6 minutes. Gaza spent 7 minutes and 36 seconds doing his answers, which is why he's just behind. Look at Mrs. John jumping into 3rd place from nowhere. Mrs. John, well done to you. You take the 3rd place tonight, and that's because you were answering super quick, super quick. Alex 4th, George B 5th, and your top 10 was rounded out with Isoletta Mobilla, Return of the Jester, Teo, Yulia, and Arena. That is your top 10. Well done to you if you took a prize, but it's Minds of Morcia who takes it on a tiebreak for answering the quickest. Let's come back to our main screen. What a great quiz that was. I really enjoyed that. Let's have a look over on the feed and see if anybody is claiming anything. So let's have a look. So Matt 32nd, Christian 19th just misses out on a prize. Wana 56th just misses out on a prize, but we have a prize here for Radu, and it's the big one. Radu's going to get the smoking pipe glasses. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to Radu. Radu, was this your first quiz tonight? I'm not sure. Mr. Cutting Crew 36th. Don't worry, it was a tough one tonight. Gary's absolutely fuming that he didn't get Christopher Lee. It's that question that essentially lost you the quiz. Oh, that's going to haunt you for a while. Excuse the pun with it being Christopher Lee. Christian, you got 55th place tonight, just missing out on a place as well, a prize as well. Aranish 38th. One more wrong question, you might have picked up your prize there as well. All right, so it's Radu that's going to get the top prize, but let's have a look at all of our prizes ever so quickly. Here we go with Altarito first of all. So Minds of Morcia, we've got to find out who you are, because hopefully you are here in Romania, in Bucharest, and you are going to win a 200 lei delivery voucher to be used from Monday to Friday next week from the wonderful Mexican restaurant Altarito. And as I keep saying, do go along and support them, guys, if you want to have a dinner out. It's so nice there. It's good music. You can wear silly hats. The food is tremendous. Beers are really good, and please tell them you've come from the quiz. That will really help us as well. Runner-up tonight, Gaza, not too bad, mate. You can get yourself 100 lei worth of Mexican food, and try not to think about Christopher Lee too much. Mrs. John, well done to you. We'll have to find out who you are, Mrs. John, but you're going to get to do the Escape Room Live series from questmission.com. And nice little prize there. Regardless of where you are, we will send that to you by email, and you can log in with 2 other households and do yourself a fun online escape room. Our spot prizes, one prize has already been grabbed tonight. It looks like Radu has got the 40th place pipe sipping glasses. We do have the colouring book in 20th place there, and 60th place the Bilbo book. Some people have been asking me to write something in the books when I give books away, you know, like well done for coming 60th or whatever. I mean, if you want me to do that, bit weird, very happy to do it. Andre, it's your colouring book, mate. If you want me to write anything in the book to say well done for coming 20th, of course I will. But there you go. So we've got 20th being claimed. We've got 40th being claimed. The Bilbo book will go to 60th as well, to whoever finished there. We will have a look at the report, and I will do the write-up tomorrow morning for you with the full results. So you'll get to see that on the Big British Bucharest Facebook page. Make sure you like that page if you're not doing that already. Very easy to find. And yes, I'm very happy to write anything you want in any of the books so you can remember where you got them from. That's no problem. If you want a prize tonight, please remember that you can come and collect them this evening. It's 20 to 9 at the moment. Once we finish this, quick shower, quickly get dressed. I'll head down to Mojo. Should be there by about 9:30, 9:45, thereabouts. Come and see me pick up any of the prizes that you have won since March. Please come and get them. So we've got one more prize to give away, which is on the lucky wheel for gold and silver Patreons. As I talk to you, I'm just going to quickly check to make sure that we haven't got anybody else upgrading, because it has happened before and we've missed people out and we don't want that to happen. No, good. Right. So tonight's prize, if we come back to the main screen, actually, I'll quickly show you all the prizes. So look, first of all, here's the pipe sipping glasses. We've got those to go out tonight. The colouring book is very lovely. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings colouring book, all the fun you can ever have, and Bilbo's Last Song book there as well. But we have got the one prize to give away. One more prize, which is the Frodo Baggins Funko Pop. Here he is with his little furry feet and everything. All right, so there you go. Look, there's the other ones you can get if you're interested. But we should give this away, should we? We should. Let's head over to the lucky wheel and have a look and see what's going on. Here is the lucky wheel. We're in we're at Mount Doom now, by the looks of things. Mount Doom, and there is Frodo in the centre of the wheel, about to catch the ring. This is a scene, isn't it, where it goes on his ring and he disappears, or one of those scenes. So you can see your names on there if you are a gold Patreon. First of all, thank you very much. You are awesome. You are on there 3 times. And if you're silver, second of all, thank you very much. You're awesome as well. You're on there just the once. Anybody can become a gold or a silver Patreon to stand a chance of winning even more prizes at every single quiz. So let's get the wheel up on my screen over here. And if you're ready for a oh, wait a minute. I do want to adjust the timing. Hold on. Let's go over here, because I was testing it earlier on a very low speed. So let's bang it right up somewhere there. Okay. And then just to show that we're not cheating, shuffle, 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 and one for luck. There we go. We are good. Right. Are you ready for a little sing-song? Let's spin that wheel and see who's going to get to take Frodo home this evening. Here we go. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Starting to slow down. Why did I do 30 seconds? What was I thinking? Here come some names. There's Raluca and Anna and Andre and Ruxy and Raluca again, and Christian, and then Cornelio, and it's Dutch Jim, and then it's Raluca. It's going to go on to Timia. Will it stop on Timia? No, it's going to continue once more onto Anna. Is it going to hold on Anna? Are we going to get a winner? Are we going to get a winner? We do. Anna Duckman, you are our winner this evening. The Frodo Funko Pop is yours. Congratulations. I'm not sure whether or not you are playing this evening, but if you're not, you're going to get a lovely little surprise when I send you a message on Patreon in due course. Let me just make a note so that I don't have to go back and rewatch the feed to try and remind myself who it was. Anna Duckman, super duper duper. There we go. That was... Oi, enough of that redrawing nonsense. We won't have that. Come on then, back to the main screen. In terms of prizes, because lots of you love to claim redraw, I have been saying it for a while, and it is going to happen very, very soon. We will start recycling prizes from March, okay? Because Honestly, there's so many prizes at Mojo. Please come and get them. Collect your swag. Some of you have got 5 or 6 prizes down there. Come and get your prizes, please. I'm going to be there tonight. In about 45 minutes, I will be there. Come and see me. Say hello. Take a picture, and I'll sign your books and stuff if you want to, so that you've got a memory of when you finished, where you finished in the quiz. But whatever you're doing, just come and get your prizes. There's so much good stuff there. But we're going to start redrawing it and start putting it into future quizzes if you well, no, please don't say that. No, they're not. You need to watch the movie so you know exactly what those statues were. They're not Nazi statues, I can promise you. All right, so what have we got coming up? Wednesday night will be our regular Fast 50 online pub quiz, which will be general knowledge, lots of fun stuff. And we have a random round, which has been chosen, and it's going to be the decade 2000s movies and films. That was the simple thing that I was given, but I'm going to play around with that, and I've got a little idea of how to make it even better. But it is generally going to be 2000s, sort of noughties, essentially. Noughties, movies, and music. Movies and music. Did I say movies and films? I meant movies and music. Okay, so we're going to have some fun with that on Wednesday night. That should be pretty cool. As for the theme quiz next week, I'm not sure. Yes, we have Seinfeld to do at some point. That has been written and it is ready to go. But I want to try and stick something in between doing too many sort of media ones. So we've just done Lord of the Rings tonight. I don't really want to do Seinfeld straight away next week. So we'll look to do something else. I'm not entirely sure what it will be just yet. We have got some very cool things being written. We have got a religion one being written, which I'm very excited about that. It's not as dull as it sounds. It's about real and fake religions as well, which sounds very, very good fun. And I'm sure I can give away lots of Bibles and little Jesus statues or whatever, I can think of stuff to give away. I don't know. Thanks very much for the kind words, Matt. That's very, very good of you. Do remember as well, and this is vital, we have got Patreon signing up, which is wonderful. And thank you so much to those of you that are recommending to your friends to come and play this quiz. Remember, as we go towards the 1st of October, I'll be giving away some really big prizes in a series of lucky spins for all gold and silver Patreons and anybody that has referred a friend to come and join and become a Patreon themselves. And you can refer as many friends as you want. Every friend that you refer that signs up and is an active member on October the 1st, you will be on the wheel. So if you find 5 or 6 or 7 people, you'll be on the wheel 5 or 6 or 7 times, giving you a chance of winning some pretty cool stuff, as well as lots of Funkos and lots of merchandise and all that cool stuff. Remember, 3 of you will win an invitation for 2 to a private dinner cooked by MasterChef Adi Hadan with all the drinks you can imagine. So much amazing food, and it is in his private restaurant Attic Lab, which you can't book. You can only go by invitation only, and I'm inviting 3 of you. But to get that invitation, you do need to be on the wheel. So the more people you invite and become Patreons, the more you're helping me out as the quizmaster and as the person that's trying to keep these quizzes going for as long as possible, and the more chance you have of winning. And some good news, sadly we discovered that the rule that came into effect on the 1st of September of cafes and what have you opening up here in Bucharest didn't apply to bars, which is both nonsensical to me and completely ridiculous. So we haven't got that on the horizon. But in a small bit of good news is that this week we have just booked our first real life quiz corporate event, which is going to be at the Hilton the week after the next, and that's great. We're doing it outdoors, and lots of the social distancing measures are in place. We're doing speed quizzing using tablets, and we're very excited to finally do our first real life quiz since March. So it will be nice to get out and do it. In terms of being able to come, I am talking to them to see if they can open up some invitations to you guys. The only problem I would say is the particular organisation I'm doing it for. The tickets aren't cheap because they include food and drinks and stuff like that. But if they do open it up, I will of course let you know. And if you want to come along, you will be paying this organisation to come and play, and you'll get to come and quiz and have some fun. So we will see. But what it means is we'll get a bit of practice on quizzing in real life again, because it's been such a long time, and maybe there's some light on the horizon. I don't know. Fingers crossed we can come and do it with you guys soon. We also have a meeting being set up with a major venue, which might lead to us doing sing-along bingo there, because they are essentially a restaurant and can open. So just wait and see. We are working on it, guys. We want to entertain you guys as much as we possibly can and get out and see you all. But come and see me tonight. I'll be at Mojo very, very soon, 45 minutes or so. I'll be down there. Come and watch England play against Iceland. Hopefully we will win. and whatever you do for the rest of your weekend. Do enjoy yourselves. The write-up will be on tomorrow morning, and I'll see you on Wednesday.